We're going to have some fun in this history moment. One of the jobs of the Boones Creek Historical Trust is to be sure you know a little bit about the history of this area. What the trust does is preserves artifacts and documents and all kinds of things that have to do with the culture of this particular area here. Well, an important part of our culture is what? What you're here for tonight? Music. What you're here for tonight, our country music. So we've been on a little streak here, presenting some news and history about some of the music that we listen to here on Saturday nights and some of the artists that have over the years brought it. And because gospel music, gospel is an important part of our music, I've been looking for those musicians who knew the Lord. And even though they struggled, and probably because they struggled, the Lord found them and they found the Lord. One of those tonight is Glen Campbell. And I'll tell you something about Glen tonight. By the time Glen Campbell won his 6th Grammy Award in 2014 for his final recording, he was dying of Alzheimer's, I'm Not Gonna Miss You is what he played. He'd won almost every award and achieved every milestone available to musicians. One of the best-selling solo male artists in history, U.S. history, Campbell released more than 70 albums, selling 50 million copies, and charting more than 80 songs. A member of the Country Music Hall of Fame and the Musicians Hall of Fame, he won the Country Music Association's Entertainer of the Year, twice won the Academy of Country Music's Album of the Year award, and was named Male Vocalist of the Year by both. In 2012, he was awarded the Grammy's most prestigious honor, a Lifetime Achievement Award. He is best known for hit songs like Rhinestone Cowboy, By the Time I Get to Phoenix, Try a Little Kindness, Gentle on My Mind, Wichita Lineman, Southern Nights, and Galveston. Campbell grew up loving country music. He made music that connected with Americans from rural farms to modern cities. He brought his love for country music to new fans who helped move what was once a regional sound onto the national stage, sparking the interest of an enthusiastic international audience in all things country. Although many of Campbell's biggest hits weren't explicitly Christian, Campbell did record an album of his favorite hymns. In a Cross Rhythms interview, Campbell said, "I love singing gospel music and hymns. Being a Christian, I love to tell people about Christ and what he's done for me and can do for them. No More Night is one of the gospel songs we love that he sang." The 12th child and 7th son of a dirt poor sharecropper, Campbell was born on April 22nd, 1936 in Delight, Arkansas, in the midst of the Great Depression. The family lived on a farm and barely managed to get along by growing corn, cotton, watermelons, and potatoes. We had no electricity, he said, and money was scarce. $1 in those days looked as big as a saddle blanket. Even though Daddy and Mama got us to church regularly, I had never been baptized. So in December of 1981, about a year before we were married, Kim and I flew to Arkansas, where I asked my brother, Lyndall, a Church of Christ preacher, to baptize us. But being a Christian doesn't mean a person will never make mistakes. On the contrary, Campbell's problems with drugs and alcohol are well known. He also walked a difficult road in his relationships. He was married 4 times. Nevertheless, his Christian faith was evident in a number of interviews he gave during his lengthy career. He was often willing to admit his faults and speak about past mistakes, as well as give glory to God for the privileged life that he led. In a Guidepost interview, Campbell says, "In August of 1986, I was in Hawaii for concerts with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. After one of the shows, I went out for drinks with friends. I don't know that I had any more to drink than usual, but the next morning I awoke with just about the worst hangover of my life. The sun was streaming through the curtains, and it was all I could do to roll out of bed and get on my knees. Lord, I prayed, get me off this stuff. Help me find a way. This time I wanted to surrender everything to Christ, my pain, my drinking, my whole life. Again, I don't understand the mystery of why he chose that moment to save me. But he reached into my life and took up the burden. When God lifted my obsession for alcohol, it was as if he had raised the curtain on a whole new life. He changed me in ways I could never have changed myself, and that's the key. Today, I truly have a peace that passes all understanding. I really don't understand it, but I thank the Lord all the time. I'm a man richly blessed despite myself. In an interview with Cross Rhythms in 1990, Campbell said, "I've been extremely successful in my career. And what's more, I've been blessed with a wonderful family and friends. But I know it wouldn't have happened if the good Lord had not wanted it to. I'm very grateful for all that I have and want to give the Lord the thanks that he deserves. I was never happier than when I was with my daddy. Daddy's been dead a while now, but I feel as if I found a father again. He's in heaven, and I'm his boy." What a sweet story. Yeah.